This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Patagonia Terravia Hip Pack, which I've been testing for the past 3 weeks. Let's dive in. So the two primary materials that we're working with here are recycled nylon and recycled polyester. We're used to seeing, recycled sustainable materials from Patagonia, and these ones hold up pretty well, especially for a packable bag. I think what does a lot of that lifting is there is a bit more structure on the back panel here, but we'll get into that later, because a lot of times, packable bags aren't the most structured, and this one feels a little bit more so than others, and I think that's one of the big reasons. But as I said, we will get into that, and I will pack this at the end of the video just because there's gear in here right now, and then when I go through the inside, I'll take it out and then I will pack it. So we've got YKK zippers, really easy to open and close. One of the best brands in the business. Have a little zipper garage here on the front one, and on the side one, these are far enough down here in the corner where you don't really have to worry about water getting inside, but in theory, if you had water coming down, water could sneak into the hole here, so you have that nice little zipper garage there, which is nice. So we have Duraflex hardware here, which, again, one of the best brands in the business, easy to open and close. Not a huge buckle, which I like, so if you are wearing it with a backpack or something like that, it's not going to dig in or anything, so nothing really to report on here. It works as you would expect it to. On the sides of the pack here, we have these like little hip huggers, which add comfort, and they also make a little water bottle pocket here. So I'll show you that. I have a small bottle. You really only can fit small bottles in there, so it doesn't really make sense showing it to you like this. It makes more sense when you have it on. But you have these little adjusters here to tighten up the material to make it stay in there. You also could stow, like a snack or something inside of there, but when I put it on, I will show you that. But it just adds a little bit of comfort and just a little bit more functionality to this sling. So as a packable sling, you could use this for, pretty much anything. You can take it on a hike. You could use it when you're in the city or something like that. There is a smaller version, which I will grab real quick. So this is the smaller one. This is the mini. So if you think this is a little bit too big, there is a smaller one. If you want us to do a full review of this one, drop a comment down below and let us know. But there is a smaller one if you're into that sort of thing. But overall, very happy with the materials on this thing. We have a little loop on the top right here so you can hang it up. It's very small though, so if you have like a larger hook, you might not be able to attach it in there. But overall, very happy with the materials on this thing. Everything's held up well, and that's kind of what we expect from Patagonia. So as I mentioned earlier, there's more of a back panel on this thing than you typically see from packable slings. A lot of times they won't even have anything there. Like it'll just be this, like the same material that they use on the front of a sling. So this adds a lot of comfort in my opinion. It also adds a nice buffer between the main compartment and what you've got, or like you wearing it. So it's like there's a little bit of padding there, so if you put something that's like a little bit awkwardly shaped, it's not going to poke into you so much, and you've got the same material here on the hip huggers. But as you can see, we've got some nice fine mesh and also some holes there for breathability, so this thing does stay pretty cool, which makes it a pretty solid choice for the trail in my opinion, especially because it's packable. So if you are backpacking or something like that and you want to put a smaller sling in your bag with you, so if you set up camp for the night and you want to go on like a short walk to the water or something like that, you could use this to just carry the essentials of what you need to bring with you, or bear spray or something like that. So overall, pretty happy with this. Not a ton of padding here on this strap, but this is a hip pack, so padding on a strap doesn't really matter so much to me on a hip pack because like the weight isn't necessarily like digging into you, if that makes sense. When you're wearing it as a crossbody, you may feel it a little bit more. But again, this is a hip pack that you can wear as a crossbody bag, so just keep that in mind. I'll show you how to wear it both ways, but no padding, so keep that in mind if you are someone who likes padding on a strap. But we do have strap keepers, which I really like. Keeps things a little bit more organized, and just, I don't know, when you're wearing a sling and the straps are flailing around like one of those things you see out in front of a used car lot, just doesn't look great in my opinion, so this kind of adds to the already clean look that this sling employs. If you are finding this video helpful, make sure you throw a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. So I'll show you the water bottle engaged right now, so I'm going to shove it in that pocket. So as you can see, I have quick access to it. It can be a little bit awkward when you're like walking like this because it kind of pushes into you a little bit, but you can carry a water bottle with this thing on the outside of the sling, so you're not taking space from the inside. I will note you can't really fit huge bottles in here. I wouldn't try and fit anything that was bigger than like a 12-ounce disposable bottle in like width. So you can do it. I like it. It's also great for snacks and stuff like that, as I said. Set that down. So it is pretty comfortable. As you can see, pretty standard hip pack when it comes to wearing it and stuff like that. No padding on the strap, as I mentioned. So when you go to wear it as a crossbody bag, which I will show you now, gonna have to loosen it a little bit to be comfortable. hopefully I don't hit the mic here. There isn't any padding on this shoulder here. So if you are planning to wear it in crossbody mode more than you are going to wear it in hip pack mode, that might affect you a little bit, especially on the bigger sling. On the smaller sling, I didn't think it was as much of an issue because you can't put as much weight in here, but overall I did find it to be pretty comfortable. One thing to note is that you can't really use the water bottle pocket as much when you're like this, because if you were to try, and I guess I can't really show you how to do it, but it might tumble out. So we just got 2 pockets to work with. We'll start with the front one here. I've just got my phone stowed here because, I don't know, it's nice to have quick access to your phone when you're traveling if you need to take a picture, use a map or something like that. We do have a key leash inside of here, very small and short, but this also becomes a little hook that you can attach this to when it is stowed away like this. As you can see, there's a little hook on this one. So nice to be like a dual feature. You can attach this to your belt or something like that, but no organization inside of here, just a big open pocket. Good place to stow your phone, wallet, keys, whatever, because you do have the key leash, but no organization to speak of inside of there. Moving into the main compartment here, there's quite a bit more space to work with, and I'm not even using all of it right now. This is just kind of what I've been using it for more recently. Got the JBL Clip 5 here. Fits in nicely into one of these back pockets. My wallet as well, nice and secure, did not come out because this is like elastic here, so it kind of snaps back a little bit. It's not great for smaller items because it's not like its resting position isn't that tight, but you can fit, like these 2 items fit pretty well, or something that's about that size. And then I just have a disposable camera in there. When I was traveling with this, I had my point and shoot film camera in there, but I don't have that with me today. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of space inside of here. It's a pretty roomy sling, especially for a packable sling. And a little bit of organization in here, but nothing really wholesale. So if you want more organization, you're gonna have to do it yourself with like pouches or something like that. Or just, it's not that big. You can find things pretty easily. But to pack it away, actually first I'll show you how to unpack. So here's the smaller one. It will be a little bit different, but you kind of get the idea. You just pop it out like this. And the front pocket becomes the stow pocket. So here's a small one. You can kind of compare these 2 in size to see which one works best for you. I do like the color scheme on the Mini a little bit better, but there are quite a few color schemes for both of these. But when you're packing it away, you just open up that front pocket and you just start shoving everything inside of itself like this. And the hardest thing to pack, in my opinion, is this strap here. So you just kind of got to shove it in there because, I don't know, sometimes things can like hang out and stuff like that. So this is one of the easier packable slings that I have used, but because it is easier to use, it's not as tiny. So as you can see, it fits into the palm of my hand, but it's not super, super tiny. It is more packable than it sits like this. So if you do shove it into somewhere where there isn't a ton of space, it's gonna compress like this. I guess I can show you the side view. So you are gonna get a little bit more compression out of that. As I mentioned, you do have this little hook, so you can attach it to something in your bag, to your belt loop or something like that. And we have another small loop right here that you could attach like a carabiner or something like that. So overall, pretty happy with this thing. It's, as I said, it's not the smallest, but it does feel more like a regular sling than other packable slings that I've tested in the past. And I do like that you do have the option to go with a smaller one if you want to. We actually used this smaller one on a recent trip to New Orleans, and you really save a lot of space with this little one because, again, it's so much smaller. But obviously you can't fit as much inside of it. But if you're someone who doesn't carry a bunch of stuff anyways, or you just want a kind of like a just-in-case sling, I do like the smaller one for that, as I'm struggling to close it up. It's a little bit harder to close up, so you do save a lot of space with this one. But overall, very happy with both of these. If you want to see a review of this one, let us know in the comments below. So there you have it, the Patagonia Terravia Hip Pack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.